What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today you join me in Germany, I think it's called the Rheingau, near the Rhine, anyway, like west of Frankfurt, because we've been invited by Audi for a very special event, which is the 50 years of Audi 5-cylinder. So they started back in 1976 with the Audi 100 5-cylinder, a 2.1 liter with 100 kilowatts, so that's 136 horsepower. And well, that evolved into this, which is the first Audi Quattro, the Ur Quattro. This is a 1982 example of that in really good condition, part of the Audi tradition fleet. And today I'm going to review it. I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at a couple of cool things, and then we'll take it for a drive on this beautiful road, because the roads here are absolutely stunning for a nice little drive. So the idea for this car, a four-wheel drive sports coupe, came from the fact that Audi was testing, or they were doing an introduction for the Audi 100. I've got two stories in Finland, and Jörg Bensinger, who was leading the test, was driving a Volkswagen Iltis, which is like a terrain car, and they were driving front-wheel drive cars in the snow, and the Iltis was doing so much better with the four-wheel drive. And that's where apparently the idea was born of doing a four-wheel drive, like regular person car, and not just a terrain vehicle, but just a car to sell as a production car for families or whatever. They built a prototype, an Audi 80 with four-wheel drive. They took that for a test in Austria. At that moment there was also a company testing that do like snow chains, and the Audi 80 with the four-wheel drive just went up the mountain without chains, with the four-wheel drive and winter tires, and everyone was just amazed by the fact that it did that. And well, that's basically how it was born. This, the Audi Quattro, the sports coupe, of course, is also the beginning of the Sports Quattro, which is a shorter version of this car, shorter wheelbase, wider track, and went on to win everything when it comes to rallying. Also Audi Quattro S1, of course, Pikes Peak, the World Rally Championship, Trans Am, DTM, they participated in everything, and they basically won everything because they had the four-wheel drive and big power from that 5-cylinder. So let's have a look at it. Absolutely gorgeous front end with these double square headlights going into that square grille with the Audi logo. Also, I think one of the most iconic things about the design of this car is the fact that the lower part of the front bumper here has that sort of chin spoiler, that little splitter thing, and it immediately makes it look like a rally car or a DTM car. I think it works so well. It's such a successful design with those little slats in there as well for cooling. We've got radiators behind that, indicators, fog lights. It all is so gloriously simple, but it works because of it, I think. It is also a very nice color, sort of gray-green, absolutely stunning. Little 15-inch wheels, 205 tires. It's got brakes, don't expect too much from it, but they are disc brakes, so that is good at least. It's in very good condition, as you can see. Audi Tradition Fleet sticker. It's got a little sunroof as well. Quattro logo on the rear window. And then at the rear we've got a lovely little spoiler as well, and of course the coupe written on the red rear light bar, I would call it nowadays on a modern car, but it's not. It's just a red reflector. Dual exhaust, cool Audi and Quattro stickers, little vent as well. Such a handsome car. And then let's have a look at the engine, because that's of course what it's all about. The 5-cylinder, there we go. So it is an inline 5. Where's the thing? Is that it? I think so. It is an inline 5 2.2 liter with 200 horsepower, and it's got a turbo as you can see. This is what made Audi famous, the Quattro and the 5-cylinder turbo. That combination is just iconic, and the fact that they've been doing it for 50 years is pretty incredible. Also looks very good. It's on like 8,200 kilometers, so yeah, no wonder it looks this good. It also sounds very good. So let's have a look inside. And everything is even better in here, because look at this. Look at these seats. This velour is so cool, with the little print on it and the square headrests. It's even on the roof. And as I said, this thing is in incredible condition, so it just feels like brand new. Even have a differential sped, which is, I guess, a locking diff. This is an 82 Quattro, so that means that we have a mechanical permanent four-wheel drive system with a center differential. In 1987, they introduced a self-locking torsion diff, which is torque sensing. Torsion, never knew that. Torque sensing diff, and it ran to 91 eventually, this car. So let's start it up. It sounds so good. Of course, this engine is super famous because of its firing order 12453, which is why it sounds the way it does. And it was introduced in the Audi 100, as I said, in the C2, so the second version, 1976. It was the first petrol 5-cylinder in a production car after Mercedes introduced the diesel 5-cylinder in 74. But that was developed by Ferdinand Piëch, who was at the time working as an engineer. So yeah, pretty cool coincidence. So when the Audi 100 was introduced, they didn't want a 6-cylinder because it was too heavy, and they didn't want a 4-cylinder because it was deemed too light for such a luxury car. Just going to close that up. So they went for a 5-cylinder, a 2.1 in that case. This is a 2.2, so a later version of the same engine basically. Oh. So it was then turbocharged, like I said, 136 horsepower back in the Audi 100, and then it was turbocharged for the Audi 200, which was a more luxurious version, and it had 170 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. Oh, but this drives so well. I mean, guessing it also has something to do with the fact that this is probably maintained like no other Audi Quattro in the world. Well, there are a few probably, but this one is part of the tradition fleet, so it's going to be maintained 10 out of 10. So this is 200 horsepower. I mentioned that already, right? Yeah, 200 horsepower, 1300 kilos, which, well, you need to keep it going. Which is actually pretty nice. It's a good amount of power. It does not feel slow by any means. And this is what I really love about turbo 5-cylinders. You have the torquey feel, sort of the effortless performance that you sometimes don't really have with 6-cylinders from this day and age. I own a 325 BMW with a 6-cylinder. And even though that's a really nice engine, I've always felt like if something like this engine, like the 200 horsepower 5-cylinder turbo would have been in that car, would it have been better? Or am I now going to be murdered by BMW fanboys? I don't know. I really love that engine in that car, but there's something about a 5-cylinder turbo. Oh. Also love the suspension. It definitely leans, but it sets quite nicely, and it just gives you a lot of room to play. It's not bad for these like 15-inch wheels, and the way it leans, it still grips really well. And also, I mean, you just saw it, but second gear, there it goes from like 4,000 RPM. I don't want to really like bring it all the way out. That also, the sound, if you listen to it, it kind of sounds the same still today, and I think that is the magic about this, and that's also why Audi are, you know, trying to hold on to this engine for dear life, because it's such, it's woven into the fabric that is Audi. And the fact that you have this engine that's been sounding the same for 50 years basically, and has the same character in essence. Yes, it's twice the power now, of course. Well, even more if you look at that Audi 100, but it's twice the power of this car in the new RS3. But it still feels sort of the same. It's really incredible how that they have been able to keep that character. Oh. I was expecting so much more understeer. This is truly amazing. So what they've done is you've got a center differential with a hollow shaft, and then you've got a drive shaft going to the front and a prop shaft going to the rear. And it really feels very good, also in those like tighter hairpin turns. The thing really wants to turn. Bit of sightseeing here. Look at those old style houses. Really like that. It's actually a very, very nice area here. The roads are just crazy. We have like multiple routes we can drive, but basically anywhere you go, at some point you end up on a crazy beautiful road. Idling does sound a lot better than the modern version. Has like a dark, deep tone to it. Also really love that turbo pressure gauge. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. And the car really lends itself to this kind of road, like the more fluid, fast driving. Wow, what a car. So cool that we got the opportunity to drive this. Look at this little hairpin. That's very good. What a car. Massive thanks to Audi, and of course the Audi Tradition guys in particular, for letting us have a go in this gorgeous Audi Quattro, the Ur Quattro as they call it. Later on at this event we're also doing the Audi RS2, and we've done the new RS3 Competition Limited, so have a look at those videos as well. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. Check out this video, this playlist, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye. Look at that view. Bye.